favor on us. And Pastor talked about on Sunday how he goes from being enslaved to being saved, and how this man who was a slave now becomes a brother in the Lord to even those who were his captors, his masters. So as we do, we give you an opportunity to share something from Sunday that really stood out for you, or something that was new information, or new revelation, or something you've already applied. And let's see, Sister Paige, I'm going to start with you.
Okay. One of the things that I really enjoy is when Dr. Cole said you have to let go of your slave mentality to embrace your slave mentality. And then he went on to expound and say that you're going to have to change the way you speak. And that really hit home for me, because I have been dealing with a lot of my female friends who are going through relationship issues, and they just keep telling me what's not going to happen, what's not going to happen. And I keep letting them know, if you're telling me what's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So let's go ahead and make that decision. And so it's so funny, because I am, or used to be, the queen of what was going to be, and this is how it's going to go. So the fact that I have actually changed myself so much to where I'm now able to help others
Praise
change
God.
their thoughts and their speaking.
Hallelujah. Praise God. You're sitting right beside one and we did the same thing. Okay. Praise God. Pastor talked about, in order to change the way we speak, we've got to change the way we think. We've got to change the way we speak. We can't continue talking about the problem expecting the solution to be seen. Words have creative power. We talked about that. And we create things with the words we say. If we keep talking about the problem gets bigger every time. And what used to be like this is now a big river. And it becomes overwhelming. And what we say comes to pass. Isn't that right? So I appreciate Pastor talking about how if I can't change my slave mentality to a saved mentality, even though I am saved, until I change the way I speak. I have to start saying what God says about me. Regardless of the situation around us, we have to speak what God said. So I appreciate that.
Sister Paige also has a praise report from, she was bonding with the police.
In context, Pastor talked about that heavy foot on Sunday.
He kept talking about the whole, speeding, when you speed to get here, that kind of thing. And I was just like, obviously the officer that pulled me over, hours before, must have checked in with Dr. Cole to make sure I was making it to church. But no, everybody knows I go to Charlotte and I come back, but I'm always at church, because I party hard, but I make sure I'm here at church. And I was apparently going very fast, trying to get home so I could get my hours of sleep so I could make it to church. And he let me off with a warning, thank you, Jesus. So I could make it to church. So yes, no speeding for me this week.
All right, praise God.
Take home point. Don't push your grace that in favor.
I know, so I know the speed limit is very slow.
That's why I'm
Sister Sonia, again.
Equal and just. Kind of stood with me for a little while. Because, a lot of times things do happen and you feel like, well, I'm not equal. And then as it goes on, you like, you know what, I am just. It's that just stuck with me, because I feel like sometimes when a situation happens, again, that goes back to speaking. You gotta speak it. You gotta speak what's good about it.
Yes.
Keep speaking what's good about it.
Yes.
That way you don't go down the road of what's not good about it.
Right.
Because it's easier to get drawn into that.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That was my...
Praise God. That was the E from Sunday, which was equal and just, from Colossians 4, verse 1. And the King James says, Masters, give unto your servants that which is just and equal, knowing that you also have a master in heaven. And sometimes it's more difficult, it's easier to see or do what is equal and just for others than to receive it ourselves. And we have to know that even though the situation may not have looked that way, God always has our back. And He always has a way of balancing things out. The issue comes when we start speaking stuff and start getting down that negative road, then all of a sudden we're out of position for God to make that thing balance, to have that balance out. So we have to say, you know what, Father, I thank you, you got this. I know what it feels like. Sister Neil?
I thank God for the Holy Spirit being my internal GPS system.
Yes, yes.
Had it not been for him,
Mm-hmm.
I left here last Tuesday. Was it Tuesday or was it? It was Tuesday. Went for a doctor's appointment. Now, usually when I go to my doctor's appointment, I don't wear nothing on my head. The only way back, I'll put my cap back on. I got up there and I got out the car. I came on here. And I sat down and Sister Paulette came in about 5 o'clock and she said, "Oh," she said, "that really looks good." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Your hair." I said, "I got my hat on." She said, "No, you ain't." The Holy Spirit, because Minister Harrison had told me, I had talked to her concerning my hair coming back and all. I told her I wasn't ready to take my hat off. And she said, "When the Holy Ghost is ready, you can take it off, you will take it off." Let's see how the Holy Ghost, when I went into the hospital for my appointment, I came on back out and I came on back. Pastor Vic told me what you said, Sandy, and thank you very much. And you can say it now. Anybody can say it. At one point, I was real standoffish. Don't say nothing about my hair. But I heard Pastor Dollar, when I first started losing my hair, he said, I turned him on one morning and he was saying, "God knows the hairs on your head." And the next thing he said was, "And he knows if we're bald headed."
Right.
So I just thank God for the Holy Spirit being my GPS system.
Amen. Praise God. That GPS system. I praise God because when I first saw her hair, it looked so beautiful. And I'm like, why is she hiding this? This is beautiful. It's so complimentary to the place. And on Sunday, Pastor said, "See, Miss Neil, that hair looks nice. It looks so pretty, doesn't it?" I said, "It does. It looks really complimentary to her." And I think that what Reverend Harrison said was absolutely right. The Holy Spirit gave you that opportunity to do that in a way that you were comfortable with because you weren't even thinking about it. And there's nothing like that, having that internal GPS. And it's so interesting because Pastor just taught that on Sunday. And on Monday, when I was with the kids and ministering to them about salvation, I talked to them about the Holy Spirit, about the GPS. Well, they know GPS. They've grown up with that. We didn't grow up with that. That's new.
They don't know math, but they know
math. They know GPS. And when I asked them, "What does the GPS do?" they said, "It guides you and directs you where you know to go." And I told them that's what the Holy Spirit wants to do when you ask Jesus to come and live in your heart, is to guide and direct you. And they're like, "Oh, okay, they got that." So I appreciate that. Thank you, Sister Neil. I appreciate that. Sister Amy, you want to hear about Reverend Harrison?
Well, actually, it was 2 points. When Pastor let go of enslaved mentality to receive with saved mentality. That really sticks with me because I can tell people you got to let go of that slave mentality if you truly want to know what it means to be free.
Yeah.
And because a lot of individuals are stuck in that slave mentality. But I also like the way he creates in conjunction with the Holy Spirit, what the Holy Spirit will do, will convict us, but not condemn us,
Yes.
reveals, and etc.
Yes.
It brings it more personalized that the Holy Spirit lives within us, within each of us, and not just Sister Sonia, Brother Tim, and not me. He lives in each of us, and this is what he will do within each of us.
Well, praise God. Sister, what Reverend Harrison's talking about, on Sunday, Pastor talked about the role of the Holy Spirit, and he gave us this acronym, CREATES. What was the C? What the Holy Spirit does what? Holy Spirit does what? Convicts and not condemn. He reveals and not refers to our past. Love that. Doesn't pull up our past. Reveals present and future. The E? Elevates and not emancipates. Emaciates, sorry. I'm not emancipated. I got that. I'm getting rid of that slave mentality.
Thought it was dumb.
Which means to make weak when he raises up. The A? Accepts us and not avoids us. Accepts us and not avoids us. The T? Transforms us, not trick or trap us. transforms us, helps us to transform our thinking, not try to trick or trap us. God's not looking for, waiting for you to do something wrong, which I used to think when I was a little girl. The E again was elevates, and the S sustains us and not subtracts from us. Always lifting us up, always building us. Convicts us, not condemn us. Reveals, not refers to the past. Elevates, not emaciate. Accepts us, not avoid us. Transforms our thinking, transforms who we are, not trick or trap us. Again, elevates us, and the S sustains us, not subtract from us. I love that. I love that. Very good. Brother Ronnie, what you have?
Well, everything is back to being in touch with the Holy Spirit, because even throughout everybody's lives, there's a time we say something happened that we want to your favor. We said, you know, something told me I shouldn't have done.
Yeah, yeah.
And so many times, you know, we just get caught up in the routine of life that we become blind to that feeling. So we reach a point where I have a system where these flags go off and something seems sort of odd, and it gives me a chance to get quiet so that I can sort of.
And that's the key. Getting quiet. The Holy Spirit is not going to shout, hey, stop, don't do that, don't go there, don't say that. He's not going to shout. He's going to speak in a still small voice. And the more we're quiet, when you feel something's wrong, something's not quite right, just take a step back. Say, okay, Holy Spirit, what's going on here? And give him an opportunity to kind of speak to you. Say, oh, no, don't go there. Oh, don't say that. Oh, zip it, don't say it. You know you think it, don't say it. Give you that opportunity. So I love that. You just take a step back, give you some quiet time, and give the Holy Spirit an opportunity to speak. So I appreciate that.
And that's one thing about that quiet time is that, you know, lately I've been watching these science shows, especially on how the universe is made. It's really enlightening, because everything goes back to the very first words in Genesis on how the earth was created. Science convicts that. It shows you that. And also, it lets you know that with all of the things that go on in this universe, guess what, folks? We don't do this here.
That's right.
And we are the only ones where things come together in such a way that God made this creation.
Yeah.
And there are so many things that we are bombarded by that we can't see, radio waves and everything. They even talk about the neutrinos from galaxies away that penetrates our bodies. And now, if you think about it, then pause for a second. Every time that you are quiet and alone, that's when you have the biggest clarity. And we are influenced by things that we can't even imagine.
That's exactly right. We are bombarded with so much every day. It's just it's necessary for us to have some quiet time with God and just spend the time just like, okay, Father, I'm here. I want to hear what you want me to do. So I appreciate that. Brother Charles, what you have?
You need to quit trying.
Ride that wave, Brother Charles. Ride that wave, bro.
I mean, kind of piggyback off what he said, learn to yield to the Holy Spirit. What I like what Pastor Cole said was produce rewards from intimate trust and learn how to yield to the Holy Spirit.
Yes.
That's my biggest concern right now, trusting in God a little bit more to lead and guide you through this lifetime.
Excellent. Pastor talked about, and Brother Charles was mentioning, the word prophet. And prophet, in the acronym prophet, being produce rewards overflowing from intimate trust. Rewards are produced, and it's overflowing because we trust in God. It's our trust that lines us up to receive the rewards that God has already produced for our lives. So I appreciate that. And we talked about the E from Sunday, equal and just. And what was the S? Shall make known unto you all things. Shall make known to you all things. And Pastor gave us John 15:6 from the Amplified, talking about the Holy Spirit. He's the revealer there. Okay?
So again, this